I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll tolerate it.
Yo, 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 yo. What's good? What's good? What's good? Peace, blessings, glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. Happy Saturday. Saturday. I hope all is well with everybody, man. I hope you're enjoying your weekend so far. I have to say, I'm under the assumption that time is either moving forward or going back because the sun is still out and it's 8 here. I don't know where you tapping in from, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Shout outs to my poets, writers, content creators. Much love to you. You see the title. We got some stuff to talk about. I got a clip I want to play for y'all. Do me a solid though. Like, share, repost. Let the people know that we are on. And we got to have a conversation with the congregation. You heard. So let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's like a minute 20 seconds, I believe. If that, I'm gonna let them cook. Then we're gonna start the show. Sound good? Let me see which way I want to go with this screen here. I think I'm gonna go this route today. Let's try this. All right.
The victim's father came to Wilmington Police looking for answers about the police shooting death of his son, 19-year-old Kaidr Skinner. His family says he was with a large group running from a dog before he was shot by police. It happened around 11:15 last night after a foot chase near 24th and Jessup Streets. That's about 500 feet from where we are in Wilmington. Police say Skinner came out of a house and pointed a gun at a crowd that officers were monitoring, then took off. An officer shot Skinner during that encounter. Police say Skinner was then taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Skinner's family, again, is disputing the police version of events. Witnesses say Skinner was not armed, and his sister also has questions about his transport to the hospital.
We don't know what took place from the scene in the police car to the hospital. I don't know if my little brother had a fighting chance.
I know they didn't have a gun. How did my son get shot in the back? Twice. I want to know, how did my son wind up in the police car shot with handcuffs on?
Unanswered questions here. We have learned at this point that the officer has been placed on administrative leave.
Here we go
The victim's
again.
father
Here we
came to
go again. Another black kid loses their life at the hands of an officer with the back turned, and their excuse holds no weight, no value. Why are we here? We're here because a young black child at the ripe age of 19 years old allegedly is causing some type of ruckus that has not been verified by authorities, gets caught in the crossfire, apprehended with fatal wounds, cuffed, and then taken in, where ultimately he would meet and have his final breath. To the parents, I give my condolences. Matter of fact, before I even go any further into this, let me give a moment of silence. Too much evil, too much wickedness, and blind rage and hatred for a group of people who mind their business for the most part. Maybe you don't like what they got going on in the neighborhood. Maybe you just don't like them for the pigmentation. I'm very curious to know, when this is all said and done, if justice is going to be served the way it's supposed to. Because I'm not convinced, and I don't think anybody a part of that young brother's bloodline is convinced that this was what they wanted to reflect at all. I have a lot of fatigue. I have black fatigue. I have white fatigue. I have corporate America fatigue. I have economical fatigue. I have socio-economical fatigue. I'm just exhausted with humans in general, man. The amount of crap that is being produced by these mutated, unadulterated, spiteful men with badges has gotten so disgusting to me. It's hard for me to speak on this stuff, man, because I get numb. I'm constantly seeing this over and over and over and over and over again on my timeline. It doesn't matter where I go, it's a black kid getting killed about something, a black kid getting shot about something, and it's a cop. It's always a cop. It's always an excuse. It's always some fabricated reason behind why they had to do what they did, but no one produces any lick of evidence to support their claims for self-defense, or you don't have any rational explanation for why you would draw a weapon on someone that is running away from you. For those of you who replay this, I got a question for you. Given the circumstances, if the roles are reversed and this is you in this position, would you have the same fear, the same consideration, the same worry that you're not safe, that you're not protected? Would you want the same vitriol given to those who did wrong by your loved ones? Would you want the same level of urgency from the community if this happened to your children or your friends or somebody in your household? Would you want the people to speak up about it? Would you want to have a conversation about it? Would you want the public to share it out? Would you want the world to know this is what's going on in my little part of the world? I need you guys to pay attention, listen up, tune in. Let's talk about it. Let's make something happen out of it. How would you feel? The algorithm don't give a damn about these conversations. The algorithm don't care about the subject matter. If the hook doesn't grab the audience, if the description doesn't grab the audience, if a nigga is not pop locking and doing evasive dance moves in 3D, they will not push this out. A 19-year-old has lost his life by the hands of the very same people who are supposed to be responsible for protecting and serving us, but they're protecting and serving themselves while giving us continuous excuses for why they gunned down black kids. I do not take away from the fact that there are some youth out here who cause nothing but trouble and they've been raised horribly wrong. We will not argue or dispute that fact, but we're not going to act like over the last couple of years we haven't seen a non-stop influx of black kids being gunned down by officers. Oh, he was suicidal. They found him hung. She was suicidal. They found her hung. 14 years old, bottled water, run from the store, gets shot in the back, gunned down. The guy is actually literally chasing him, shoots him dead. Yet and still, here we are having the same conversation over and over and over again. You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about how we can hold these officers accountable, these chiefs accountable, these police departments accountable for the level of lack that they have displayed to the general public for ever since I was alive. You have shown me every single day that I wake up and go to bed that you care nothing about no one but yourself and those that you can benefit off of and those that you favor. Every single one of you officers who know right from wrong and you got into the job to do and serve the people, you're not doing enough. I need answers. And I know this family needs answers. But the problem with this whole case, to me, is just like the Carmelo situation. They got body cam, they got footage. You know they do. This isn't no rinky-dink 1985 camera. You've drastically upgraded on your technology more than we could have ever imagined. For fuck's sakes, you have technology that is literally able to document a person's license plate, pick up on your Bluetooth in your car, all that, your VPN, all that. Why are you driving in general population? So I don't know about nobody else. You cuff my kid, put him in the back of your car, you take him to the ambulance or take them to the hospital, they die at the hospital. First of all, you shoot this young man. Why is you cuffing him? If you shot him, why would you cuff him? If you shot him, why isn't he in one spot? I thought, like, you're not supposed to move bodies. That's what I thought. What are we talking about? You're not supposed to move nobody if they're seriously injured. You're supposed to stay right where they are, get the proper people to come out, treat them on the spot, and then you take them. But you telling me y'all shot this kid, cuffed him, put him in your vehicle, and then took him to the hospital. Oh yeah, y'all on some bull. You're definitely on some bullshit. I know you are. And we don't have no footage of it. No footage. Y'all can't show us nothing yet. Right. Let me do this. Y'all might not have seen this or know what I'm referring to. I'll play it one more time for y'all. He deserves this. We're not doing that at all. He deserves this. I'm going to give him his flowers, even though he can't accept them. But that family deserves justice here, or some serious answers. I'll play this for y'all one more time.
The victim's father came to Wilmington Police looking for answers about the police shooting death of his son, 19-year-old Kaidr Skinner. His family says he was with a large group running from a dog before he was shot by police. It happened around 11:15 last night after a foot chase near 24th and Jessup Streets. That's about 500 feet from where we are in Wilmington. Police say Skinner came out of a house and pointed a gun at a crowd that officers were monitoring, then took off. An officer shot Skinner during that encounter. Police say Skinner was then taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Skinner's family again is disputing the police version of events. Witnesses say Skinner was not armed, and his sister also has questions about his transport to the hospital.
We don't know what took place from the scene in the police car to the hospital. I don't know if my little brother had a fighting chance.
I know they didn't have a gun. How did my son get shot twice? I want to know, how did my son wind up in the police car shot with handcuffs on?
Unanswered questions here. We have learned at this point that the officer has been placed on administrative leave.
I'm convinced y'all think y'all can just tell people whatever the fuck you want to tell them, and they're just supposed to believe the shit because you said it. I can't stand people like that. Getting shot in the back implies that the person that is the recipient of the fatal wounds was running or moving in a opposite direction of you. 2 shots. That's all it took. A crowd of people are running away from a dog. That's one story. The other story is, oh, he had a gun. Now, the only thing that I can think of for someone to use that as an excuse It's because it gives you an alibi. You can't say anything. Put it this way. You cannot make a case for shooting someone that is unarmed. So you have to say he had a weapon. Why is everybody else saying he didn't have a weapon? So you think because you're the police that your word holds more weight than a civilian? Right. Okay, I got you covered.
Cut it out.
No, we're not about to do that. Show the evidence. Show every receipt. I want to see all of them. Y'all don't have a great track record. You don't have a great history of being honorable. I could see if y'all was consistent. I mean, if we had like a solid 10 years, 15, 20 years where you ain't hear nothing negative about police doing some real fuck shit, some real sneaky, conniving. You just had a nice little credit score. You might be able to kind of convince people of something a little different. But this is every year. Every year. I don't think there's been 1 year that an officer or officers haven't been under scrutiny for shooting a black kid or killing a black kid or being responsible or connected to the disappearance of a black kid. Not one. If anybody can find it or fact check it, please let me know. I would love to see it because I don't think it exists. Who do you think we is? You must really, really believe that we are that dumb. That dumb to be convinced that this kid had a weapon. He fired on people. So that gave you the right to shoot. And here's the thing. If you say he came out the house shooting at people, how he get shot in the back coming out the house? Then you have another story where everybody is saying they're running from a dog. Of course, we got two conflicting stories. Now, what do you do with that? Who do you listen to, the witnesses or the officers? One of these, I hate when you're just supposed to automatically assume because a person has a badge or they wear a suit and a tie that they're telling the truth. Just because you're a politician, I'm supposed to trust in you. Or because you're a doctor, I'm supposed to trust in you. Y'all niggas be some of the biggest crooks on this fucking planet, man. Period. All these cases, all of them. It's not one. I think in the last 2 weeks, I've seen at least 4 to 5 different cases. One black woman, she was 27. She was found hung. Another black kid was unalived by self-deletion. The other three, they were gunned down. This makes, but like, bro, what are we really doing here? Come on. Y'all foul as hell. And the fact that anybody would even consider your word over the general public is, I understand this, the code. People don't like to tell. People like to keep things to themselves. The culture likes to cover up for criminals and all that. I get that part. You're not giving me enough to work with here. Nobody believes this. This kid should still be alive. And you're not moving fast enough. At all. You got everything that we need right with you. The body cameras. Your body cameras have everything that we need. So show them. Not later, right now. Some people might think that I'm cynical, or I'm overly like. Sometimes I feel like I think too much of the worst. Like there's nothing positive about a lot of shit because social media have you just not trusting nobody. Social media have you thinking everybody is a villain, everybody is a sneaky, conniving asshole that just want your resources, your melanin, everything. Social media will have you thinking that the world is your enemy, man. And I don't really trust a lot. They manipulated the Carmelo Anthony videos. They still covering up for the black kid that got found in that wrestling mat at that high school. We still don't know what's going on with them twins that were found killed out in Mississippi in that lake, allegedly drowned. The young man that got hung on that tree at that college, I haven't heard nothing about that since, and we already know what happened there. Hard for me to really trust in a lot of humans. We bust our ass and go to work every day to make sure that not only can we take care of our bills and our responsibilities, but so that you can do the same. Because I guess like if we don't work and get paid, then who's going to pay you to do your job? This whole system is grimy as hell. The way it's organized. So we're not directly paying you out of our own hands, but every time they pinch from our check, it's going somewhere. And who's spending it? So you eating nice off of us. And you still out here moving funny, still out here killing our people. And we not mad enough. We not. There should be way more people angry about this, but it's so like, oh, it's this again. Okay, another black boy killed, another black girl killed. Oh, it's just this again. All right, cool. That shouldn't even be the attitude. People should be outraged. But to go back to the trolls in the comment section that say y'all always have this energy for such and such and such, but you never have it for this and this and this. Justice for Kaidr Skinner. Justice for that young man who got gunned down at that gas station. Justice for every black man and black woman who has lost their lives at the hands of a crooked officer because they decided to abuse their positions of power. And they've been allowed to get away with it. Because no one in the general public does enough to see it get put to an end. I'm talking to y'all. Maybe you care. Maybe you're concerned about it. But what about the rest of the population? What about everybody that is around us? What about everybody that you communicate with? What about your neighbors? I don't know about y'all. I don't really find it very pleasant going to sleep at night knowing damn well that my blood, sweat, and tears is financing the vehicles and the car insurance and the homeowners insurance of murderers and extortionists. Am I wrong for that? Am I missing the plot? I asked myself that question because what is supposed to be right is wrong, and what is supposed to be wrong is right. 19 is too young to be put in the ground. That wasn't your decision. If there was things going on as an officer, and you know damn well, so like it's no different than when you get a dispatch call and you pull up, the car skids off, they probably stole a vehicle or something, or it's somebody who got a warrant, and then you get in their proximity, they see it, and then they decide to drive away. It's just like you getting into a high-speed car chase, putting other people at risk just so that you can test out the power of the engine because you're bored and you ain't have nothing serious to do all day, so you finally got some action and you want to play GTA on the road and put everybody else's life in jeopardy because you want to Dukes a hazard it out with a suspect. No. Unless this was a life or death situation and you absolutely had to use lethal force, there should have been no reason for it. None. And the fact that there was, and nobody is saying anything other than you want me to just be like, okay, They said it was this, so that's all it was. No, we're not doing that. Nobody should be doing that. Nobody should just be quick to settle for the first answer you or first response you get from somebody, especially somebody with a gun and a badge, or a doctor, or a lawyer, or a judge. Justice for Kaidr. My condolences to the family. Don't give up. Don't stop. If I could have this conversation, I'm trying to do this as if I was speaking to them. Don't stop. Keep pressing. Keep asking questions. Everybody not going to try to support. You might hit a couple of walls, but don't give up. Don't let them try to screw y'all over. No, enough of that. Enough of it. Do what you got to do, even if it means that you have to sacrifice your home and all that. Do not let them just lie to your face and tell you that it was something, if you know within the heart of your heart that it was something else, especially when you have all of these people that were eyewitnesses saying something else. That's why I don't really mess with the justice system. Y'all too manipulative. Y'all have no honor, no pride. Healthy honor and pride. It's all about what you can get out of it. It's about your pleasure, about what you can benefit. Y'all don't give a damn about the people. You don't. And y'all so used to getting y'all way and getting away with shit. It's like y'all can just come up with an excuse within seconds. You done already plotted out what you're gonna say and how you're gonna say it and all that shit. That's why all of these kids keep coming up self-deleted. Right. I'm not convinced. And I hope and pray no matter what happens at the end of this, because a part of me thinks you will cover it up as much as possible. You will try to get ahead of it as much as possible. But even doing so, and let's say you manage to wipe your fingerprints and you manage to screw around with the footage and all that, guess what? What's done in the dark always comes to the light. You can't hide your wrongdoings forever. There's no way with all them people you're going to just get away with that. You shouldn't even be getting paid on paid leave. Nah. You should be sitting in a cell. But see, they gave you a slap on the wrist. They're giving you the benefit of the doubts. They pick and choose who they want to do that for. And if it was someone with my complexion, that would have been a completely different conversation. Miss me with the BS. I'm going to stay neutral. I'm going to stay neutral. With all of the technology and advancements that we have, the testimony, the paper trails, there should be sufficient evidence that will put everybody at ease as much as you possibly could be. You can't replace a child, but to know that the truth is the truth, that's all that matters here. Give them what they are owed. Give them what they're owed.
Shut up.
If it ain't nothing else,
shut up.
I don't want to hear no more excuses. Get your law enforcement in order. Get your employees in order. Grow some balls. These are people that you work next to. You know what's crazy about this? Whether or not the shooter is found guilty or innocent or not, if we say, or it comes back that he's actually guilty, you work by this person. How much can you trust somebody who's willing to do that and you're a witness to it? Like, I'd be wondering, all these officers going out here killing black people. We know, like, come on, my nigga. We know y'all doing it. We just can't really catch you in the act and then put the cuffs on you ourselves. We know you're doing it. But for all of y'all that are killing innocent people and getting away with it, and you got co-workers and you got people that are right there with you as you do it, how do y'all trust them? How do you sleep well at night, knowing damn well he or she knows what you did or what y'all did together? And like, I don't be understanding it. I wouldn't be able to trust that shit. My heart goes out to them, truly, truly and deeply. I hate that for this family, man. Every time I do a story like this, I just hope and pray that the right people watch these videos and they begin to have conversations amongst themselves and amongst their family, man, to be a little more aware. It's not just getting tickets and your power getting shut off, your water getting shut off. And you got to worry about all cops and officers being in the wrong place at the wrong time, knowing how to protect yourself just in case you're in a situation. You got to know your location, where you are, how they move in certain jurisdictions. All you got to be hip to all that stuff, man. But I digress. I hope and pray that the truth comes out, the unmitigated truth, nothing more, nothing less but the truth. And once the truth comes out, let justice do its job. But me being as cynical as I am, I'm not really too confident about it. We'll see. In any case, my thoughts and prayers go out to the people. Do y'all have stories like this? Are you dealing with anything like that? If you are, my thoughts and prayers go out to you. Nobody should be burying their kid before they get for the umpteenth time. Justice for Kaidr Skinner. You heard. I'm about to get up out of here. The week is prepared, Lord willing. I had to get that off my chest. Do me a solid, repost and share, let the people know that we will be heard. Kaidr might not be here anymore, but the people will speak on his behalf. We will not allow this to just go unseen or unnoticed. He does have a voice. The people will be his voice. His family will be his voice, period. And with that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Be blessed. And Lord willing, I'll see y'all next week. Fresh calendar day. And we're going to lock in. Do me a solid before you go, if you don't mind.
What's the goddamn boy?
Peace.